Hello YouTube. Thought I'd do a quick video here. Today's video is about a $45 repeater ID / fox hunting interface board. But before I get into that, I like to say a few things. And one of the things I like to say is, hey Bob, how are you doing? Me and Bob like to wish everyone out there happy holidays. I appreciate you guys watching my videos. I appreciate you guys purchasing my interface boards. So I like to say thank you for that. Now that brings me to another point I'd like to make. Now it being why the videos are not coming out as fast as they were, a couple reasons is, one, I was sick for a while. I am better now. Now it's holidays coming up, so that's another delay. Plus, I live in Wisconsin. It's been cold. My studio / GMRS shack is not heated 24/7. I only heat it when I'm going to use it for the day. So that's going to put a little delay on upcoming videos, just to make that announcement. So I thought I'd mention that now. Now, here's what we got. We got a repeater ID / fox hunt. And I'll explain the fox hunt capabilities here in a minute. What this is, you can power it two different ways. You can power it using the micro USB cable, using a block. You also need this cable to upload the MP3 file that will be played. I will demonstrate how that sounds here in a minute. There's also a hookup on the screw terminal that will let you hook it up to solar power or a 9-volt battery. No adapter needed. So if you hook it up to a 9-volt battery now and you use a handheld, now you got yourself a portable fox hunt. Now, for those of you who are new, fox hunting is when they hide a transmitter setup and people try to find it. They use like beam antennas, they try to locate it. So this can be a repeater ID and a fox hunting capabilities. Now this is going to be universal, meaning there'll be a screw terminal and you can hook it up to the way you want. Whether it's a handheld, whether it's a mobile radio, whether it's a repeater that has a data port on it. Now, I may have on the website different cables that can be purchased separately, and I may have micro USB cables that you may be able to purchase, but you don't need to. You can. That's the beauty of this. You can do it yourself if you know how to do basic wiring hookup. You can hook it up like you see here. I have it hooked up to a handheld. And that brings me to another point. If your repeater does not have a data port and you cannot hook it up direct, you can use a handheld like I'm doing in this video, program the repeater frequency. So I can get any repeater to ID itself or play a short message. And again, I'll demonstrate that in a minute. This will also have a capabilities if your repeater has the right pinouts. This will also have capabilities of quiet time. I call it quiet time. What I mean by that is this repeater will only ID if the repeater is busy. Otherwise, it will be quiet. This only will work on a repeater. This function will not work with handhelds or mobile radios. Those will ID throughout the whole time, throughout the whole day, every 10 minutes or 15 minutes, whichever way you set it, for whichever way for ham or GMRS. And that brings me to another point. This will be able to do ham or GMRS, but those radios do not have that capability, so it's going to ID regardless if the repeater is busy or not. But it will have that capability. Now, like I said, with it being able to hook up solar power, you don't need to use this USB cable or 9-volt battery. You only need this USB cable is if you want to power it this way like I'm doing in this video and to upload the MP3 file. The MP3 file can be easily made using a program that's free. I did a video about it. I forgot the name of the program. I apologize. I'll try maybe post that link down below. And you're going to hear how it sounds here in a minute when I use that program. So I'll try to post that link in the description below. That brings me to another point is I'm going to post another link in the description below how you can sign up for this repeater / fox hunt interface board. Now, if you by signing up, it lets me know how many people are interested in it. If I don't get enough people interested, then I cannot go forward with the project. Now, I know I did a video about 4 months ago on a repeater ID. Between now and then, I've came up with a better way, a smaller way, and I'll explain why that's a good thing. So that's why I kind of scrapped that idea. One of the reasons why I scrapped it. And the cost. I'm able to keep the cost cheaper than the other version. So I'm going to try to keep it about $45. But like I said, that does not come with the cable that you need to hook it up or the USB cable. So you'll have to get those separately. I may offer those on the website. I don't know yet. We'll see. But this will, like I said, we'll do MP3 file. And you can customize it to do Morse code, short message, whichever way you want. There is no Raspberry Pi in this. There's no computer. There's no Vox. You upload the MP3 file using the micro USB cable. You drag it in, you drop it. That's how simple it is. Drag and drop. That's don't get any easier than that. And then you can set the switches accordingly. Now, I'll probably, in this particular, and that's what I want to mention, this prototype is bigger than I think I can make it smaller. Now, the reason why it's bigger now is because I had to add components that I use for testing. But I think I can make it. Now, you can see the size comparison here. I have a 9-volt battery, and you can see that it's not much bigger than that. I think I can make it a little bit smaller. And the reason why I want to make it smaller is because if I can make it be a size of a 9-volt battery or even a little bit bigger, then if someone out there is so kind to make a 3D printed enclosure and they can offer the file to be downloaded, it's going to be cheaper for people to get a 3D enclosure made, or maybe they have a friend or whatnot or whoever that can do it. That's the reason why I'm going to try to keep the price at $45 because it will not come in an enclosure or with the cables. So that's going to help keep the price low. Maybe you don't want to use a 3D printed enclosure. Maybe you just want to, if I can make this small enough, we might be able to shove it inside of a pill bottle or maybe whatever, we'll see. I'm going to do my best. It's not very big now, which is nice. That's not bad at all. So what else here? And I think I mentioned about the 9-volt battery. Since the screw terminals can be used to supply power and you don't need to use the USB cable, we can hook up a 9-volt battery or hook it up direct to a solar power system. No adapters needed. So I want to make that clear. So that means if you, like I said, for a fox hunt, we can hook it up to a 9-volt, use a handheld. Boom, we got a fox hunter right here. You can change the MP3 file to say, come find me or whatever you want to say. That's kind of the beauty of that. I think I mentioned everything. There will be a volume control on the board that you can adjust the volume. You can also adjust the volume through the MP3 file itself. Yeah, I think I got it. So let's go ahead and demonstrate how does this sound over the airwaves. Now, what I have here, obviously, this radio is hooked up to this board. I have this programmed to my repeater frequency, and this is also programmed on repeater frequency. So you get to hear this coming off a repeater just as if your repeater does not have a direct hookup, and you got to do it this way. You're going to hear how it sounds. You're also going to hear how it sounds when I'm using the MP3 file that I made with the type to text conversion program. You're going to hear words and Morse code. You can do both. You're going to hear that also. So I'll take the headset that I'm wearing. I'll put it by the microphone here or by the speaker on this radio, and you'll get to hear how it sounds.
This repeater ID uses audio MP3 files to play messages you can customize, and it can also do your call sign in Morse code like this. Thank you.
So there you heard it. You heard the MP3 file. Oh.
Okay, wow, that was really good. The audio is sharp, clean, clear, easily understandable. I like it.
So there you go. Oh, hold on here. All right. Well, thanks there, Mark, for the feedback there. I'll chat with you in a minute here, but thank you. I appreciate that. So, any rate, as you heard, he's heard it through the repeater. It sounds good, and that just demonstrated how I did both. I did words and Morse code. I can make the MP3 file be fairly large. You can have it. I don't know how many minutes, but I believe I can probably make it be a 3 to 4 minute message if you choose to. I don't know why you would need that, but whatever. You can make it be you can use this for more than just repeater ID. Maybe you want it to, maybe perhaps, and this is where you guys are going to come and help me. Post in the comments what functions you would like to see, because I can almost make this be just about, well, I don't want to say anything. That might be, but I could make this so that we could have an adjustment up to an hour. So maybe perhaps you're not looking for repeater ID. Maybe you're looking for a message system that does announcements, welcome to this repeater, whatever. And you don't want it going off every 15 minutes. So maybe I'll make it be a screw adjustments for an hour. That way you can adjust it for 10 minutes for ham, or 15 minutes for GMRS, or 30 minutes for fox hunting, or maybe you want to make it really tough for fox hunting and make it only go off an hour. Now, can you imagine having this do beep every hour? Oh man, that would be hard to find. But you kind of get where I'm going with this. So there's a lot of ideas I can expand on this, and that's where I need you guys to post in the comments what you would like to see. I'm narrowing it down pretty good. Universal, you can screw terminals, hook it up to anything you want. Size is going to be as small as possible. The price is going to be as reasonable as possible. The only thing is you have to supply your own USB cable, and you'll have to supply your own cable to hook it up to the radio, and it will not come in an enclosure. But like I said, maybe someone will be kind enough to make if I can make this be a simple square 3D print, should be fairly easy. And there's companies out there that you can share your 3D print file and they'll print it up for you. So, you can go that way too. Maybe perhaps down the road I'll get a 3D printer. I don't know. But nevertheless, that's my ideas. So I need your guys' feedback, and make sure you go to that link to sign up so I know there's people interested in this. If there's not enough people interested in it, then the project will not come to be a public availability. So make sure you sign up to the link below. If you have any questions or comments, please post them down below. Please subscribe. Thank you, and have yourself a good day.